My main complaint about this movie is the trailer. And I'm not referring to the very first one that came out, or one that was more like a teaser that just showed you images, different shots or different scenes from the movie, just portions of scenes, and you had no idea what the heck was going on. Like, the main character was sitting there with her hand over an open flame and she was catching on fire and just sitting there with tears in her eyes. And you're like, what is going on? And then the follow-up trailer revealed not everything that was going on, but a good portion of it, or the main twisty part of it. And I would have preferred not to know about that, because it reminds me a little bit of the trailer Abigail, where they showed you exactly what was going on, and I didn't like that. I wanted to go in and have this element of surprise. That was taken from me with Abigail. It was taken from me with Companion. Not as much as, like, let's say what happened with Abigail, because there were some twists and turns that occurred in here. I mean, the main plot is not revealed in the trailer, but you know what's going on with the girl. I would have preferred not to know that, as I've already said. In my excitement about this movie, I completely forgot to mention the premise / synopsis of it. And basically the story is about a character named Josh who takes his girlfriend Iris to a lakeside estate for a weekend with his friends and everything. And there is a death that happens that causes this spiral of events to occur and lead to this entire mess of a story that happens. And by mess, I don't mean anything negative, just the whole situation that happens. So that's the basic setup of Companion. Okay, back to the video. Anyway, this movie was Regal's January 27th Mystery Movie Monday. I'm filming this on Monday before my live stream discussion with deleted scenes, off the cover, and hopefully Wilkie's Movies and Music. He'll be joining us as well. I wanted to film this because I enjoyed the heck out of this movie and I wanted to make a separate review. This film did not end up on my list of most anticipated, but I was aware of it and I was intrigued by it. It was one of those films that was like, my list is getting too big. I can't include every single thing. I am happy to report that this was a fun time, and also something that I appreciated was not only was it fun, enjoyable, but it had themes to it that made you think about things, especially relevant things to today. I didn't realize also as I'm watching it how much of a black comedy it actually was. There were genuine moments of LOLs going on in the audience. And it was funny. The dialogue was funny, quippy, witty, and the acting was really good. The girl who played in here, I think her name is Sophia Thatcher. I first noticed her in Heretic. Now, I had seen her before, I think, in other things, but I just didn't pay attention to her at the time. She made a very positive impression on me with her performance in Heretic, and that continues through with this movie. She was fantastic in here. I really, really liked watching her character and the different facial expressions that she would have, and almost this very awkward way that she would carry herself during certain scenes. And I thought she handled it really, really well. Jack Quaid was good in here. And then there's another guy. Oh gosh, I can't remember. What was this character's name? Ellis, maybe? I can't recall. But the first time I noticed him was in the first season of Reacher. He played like a crime scene photographer or something. And I really liked his character. And I liked the way he played his character in this movie as well. I'm not going to delve too deeply in the specifics of what's going on because I don't want to give too much away, but this was a film that touched on a lot of different things. Manipulation, abusiveness, what makes a person, and how responsible are we going to be with technology that is emerging right now, that is being used in certain ways that can be a bit scary to a lot of people, especially if it's not handled very well. And this movie demonstrates certain things like that, like the things that can go wrong if certain technology is in the hands of the wrong type of people, how it can be used and abused and in all sorts of different ways. And I thought it was masterfully done. I was so impressed with how this story unfolded. I enjoyed everything start to finish, was not bored one moment. Don't really have a con, honestly. And one that I do have sort of floating around in my brain feels like such a non-issue that I don't even really want to mention it here, also because it would be a bit spoilery to bring that up. Maybe that will happen in the live stream discussion I have tomorrow with the rest of the group, but I don't know how deeply we want to get into spoilers about it. It really is not a big deal. I recommend watching this movie if you like horror. It's difficult to even call this a horror, honestly. This is not... This felt more like a thriller, black comedy sort of thing. But if you like subject matter that gives you, like thrilling moments or whatever, and also is done in such a way that it makes you think about what's happening and the ramifications of that, just in general, the plot was interesting and there were twists and turns that, like I said, weren't revealed in the trailer, but just so clever. And it's not very long. It's only about an hour and 44 minutes. Not even, I don't even think, not counting credits. So it's not that long of a film. There is a scene that plays out little by little at the beginning of the credits. I wouldn't really even consider it a mid-credit scene. It's like just kind of at the beginning when some of the initial credits are being shown. Stick around a little bit to watch those moments because it was just interesting. It had this little thing that was shown in there. It was like, oh, that was cool and cute how you did that. But it doesn't really change the story. It just kind of helps support certain thematic sentiments that were displayed throughout the movie. So yeah, I definitely give this movie thumbs up and hope you guys enjoy it too. If you check it out, let me know your thoughts. All right, I don't have anything else to say about Companion, so I'm wrapping this one up for now. Later.